And would you defend Bernard Manning's right to do his comedy today if he was still with us? God rest his soul.
Would I defend his right to do comedy? I think this is a very good question where you think about it and you go, to be honest with you, I don't like his comedy. I don't agree with it. I find it abhorrent. I find it racist. Should he be allowed to perform his comedy in a free society? Fortunately, he should.
Why, unfortunately?
Well, unfortunately, because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't find it pleasant. I don't find it... I find it offensive to me.
So that's a personal preference as opposed to it being dangerous, that you believe it's dangerous for him to have freedom of speech?
Yes, I believe there's people in the... So I think we give comedians far more power than they actually have. This idea that somebody is going to tell a joke and then it's going to change the way people think, I don't believe comedy has that power. I was listening to an interview with Bill Burr where he said if it did have that power, it would have been banned by now. And I'm fully with him on that.
Totally agree.
And I think that actually, if we're talking about people with power, there's people like Priti Patel bringing in a whole load of laws that coming in, you know, making it illegal for journalists to embarrass the government up to 14 years. I mean, those are the people we need to worry about, not some, you know, comedian with unpleasant and obnoxious views playing to half-empty theatres in a seaside town.
And also, you've got to remember as well, society itself has changed since too, right? So even if Bernard Manning was to come back from the grave now, I don't imagine there'd be much of an audience for him. Comedy is kind of self-selective. You don't need rules about it. All you need is to let the audience choose who they want to go and see.
Yeah, one of the guys you interviewed, pardon my memory so you can help me, and I just watched it recently about comedy, and he said, if you want to do anything, if you don't like my comedy, the thing to do is do nothing. Don't laugh. Say not, because if there enough of the audience is not laughing, guarantee you the comedian will change the joke.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But also, you know, it's also about interpretations, isn't it? It's about whether you are giving the comedian the benefit of the doubt, that they're probably not coming from an evil place. They're coming from a place of trying to make you laugh. And I always found it very weird because I used to have a routine that I loved about how we need a Special Olympics for white people. Right? And it was based on the idea that white people don't seem to do as well at the Olympics and many events as non-white people, right? It's just a fact. And it was a joke if you were to look at it from the comedy thing of like, it's punching up at the powerful white people. And yet, most people would get uncomfortable. And I had to build in about 50 different other jokes just to go, no, guys, this is not me being racist. I'm just making a joke about something we all know is true, right? But as society changed over the last 5 years, more and more people were uncomfortable even at the idea of race being discussed. More and more, you know, Francis and I talked about this, how, you know, the differences between men and women used to be a staple of comedy, right? And it was so much a staple of comedy, it was actually kind of hack.
Yeah,
not even kind of, it was ultra hack.
Yeah.
Now, you can go on stage at a comedy gig and go, guys, how many genders are there?
Yeah.
Right.
And the next one, what's a woman?
Yeah.